Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on this last day of August, August 31st, here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, here we are, Labor Day weekend. Everything is looking okay right now. Let's take a look outside the window here in Plano, Kentucky with the Plano cam. And you can see that's a nice little thunderhead that's building there, but it looks like just maybe north of Bowling Green. That's looking, where that thunderhead is, that's looking due north. So I bet there's a storm there. We'll check the radar. But everything is looking a little tame right now after some of those thunderstorms that popped up yesterday. But there will be more. We're going to see more of those scattered showers and thunderstorms on and off throughout the holiday weekend. It's not going to rain the entire time, but what you're seeing right there here at 6:55 a.m. on Saturday morning, actually 6:54. Sorry, I was a minute ahead on one of these clocks, but the real clock here says 6:54. So at 6:54, this is what you see when you look to the north this morning. And we're going to see, when you see that, that's a kind of a towering up of the thunderstorm that's trying to build. You get a nice updraft and the clouds begin to tower up. And then it rains itself out, and sometimes that builds another storm right behind it or ahead of it, depending on where the energy goes. But that's what you're looking at this morning from the Plano cam. Let's check the radar and see what's out there this morning. And let me expand the view here. Let me zoom in. Ah, there it is. Right there. Actually, it's a little northwest, sorry. Northwest of Bowling Green. It's building, and there's another one up there. It looks like about Riverside and up in that area. So, yeah, I mean, this one's building right over Natcher Parkway or 165. And then it looks like it's going to drift over north of Bowling Green and continue to build. So now that the sun is coming up, we're going to see more and more of these beginning to build throughout the day. It doesn't look like much right now, but there's plenty of moisture and plenty of, that energy that's coming in with the cold front. Here's the expanded view showing there's the front to the northwest of us. So parts of Indiana and Illinois, Missouri, and then even this right here in West Tennessee, that's the moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, meeting up with this cold front. And they're going to work in tandem to bring us occasional showers and thunderstorms throughout your holiday weekend. It is not going to rain. Like I said, it's not going to rain the entire time. So if you're wanting to do a cookout, or you're wanting to go to the lake, or you're wanting to do something outside because it's Labor Day weekend, I would not cancel those plans. I would just make sure that you have the News40 Weather App, because when you take that with you, then you're going to be able to monitor the weather. There's a radar. See it come up. There's the current conditions. It tells you where you are. It has GPS. It'll follow you, and you can just touch that radar. I didn't touch it hard enough. And look, there it is. There's that storm that is just north of Bowling Green, right there. Looks like it's along 185 now, Richardsville Road. That's where it is. So see, that's handy. And then look at this. You can not only get a review of the radar, but it will look ahead. Watch it. Now it's going to look ahead. Oh, that's where it's going to go. See that? That's where it's been. And now it's going to show you where it's going. Isn't that cool? Plus, you get all kinds of alerts. You know, when there's lightning within 15 miles. How about that? If lightning is in 15 miles of where you are, if you're out on the lake and you want to know, oh, that's a dark cloud over there. I wonder if there's lightning. It'll tell you. It'll ping your phone. Notification will come up. You're within, there's a lightning detected 15 miles away. That gives you time to get off the lake and into shelter. Then it also tells you if there's a strong storm. It doesn't even have to be severe. If a strong storm is coming, it'll tell you. It's pretty doggone accurate and good. So download the app right there. That's the QR code where you can just take your phone, scan that, download the app for free. Whether you have an iPhone or an Android, it'll do both. Okay. What app is this? Lisa asked. The News40 Weather App. News40. Right there. Yeah. So, News40. Just go WNKY. When you're searching the apps, WNKY, News40 Weather, News40 Weather App. It'll take you there. Just search it. You'll find it. Okay. Now let's get to the current conditions from the Kentucky Mesonet Network, as we're now at right at 7 o'clock this morning on this Saturday. Here's a look at the temperatures. Really not much of a change from the last few days, starting in the 60s and 70s. And yes, it's still muggy. That's because the cold front has yet to move through. It's slowing down a bit, and it's going to slow down even more, but that's good for us. It means better chances of rain. That's something that we need. We didn't pick up all that much yesterday. Certain places did, but none of the measuring sticks out there, the rain gauges, didn't pick it up. The rain seemed to miss most of them. So let's look. I'm just curious. Oh, it did hit that one. This is the pretty much the gully washer that came through yesterday. Now we had it too in Bowling Green, but you see it missed both sensors, the one at the Corvette plant and the one down at the Ag Expo Center. It just missed both of those. But look at that. In Butler County, near Morgantown, Woodbury area, over an inch of rain with those thunderstorms that popped up yesterday. And it affected Edmondson, Grayson County, Hart County, but you see it missed. It went right through there, missed all the sensors. But you guys did have some rain, and we did too in Bowling Green. So not everybody got it. They were very scattered showers, little clusters, and we're going to see those again today. Okay. Let's check the dew points. Yeah, they're still high. Upper 60s to low 70s, so it still feels muggy. That's not going to change until the cold front comes through. So we still got to deal with that. Winds are light and variable this morning, so there's not a lot to steer any storms that pop up. That means slow movement. That means you're going to get dumped on when you get one of these storms because they're not fast moving. They just pop up like you saw the one just north of us. They're going to pop up and, dump something on you pretty quickly. And sometimes the rain can be hard. Look at that. Now, this is the Plano cam again. Notice it was back here when I started 9 minutes ago with this podcast. Now it is going more east, just like the radar showed you. And now the upper, when you get up here, this is about 30,000 feet or so. The upper winds are blowing the top off to the east, but this thing has still got a pretty good updraft on it. So when it collapses, when that updraft collapses and comes down, it hits hard with heavy rain, gusty winds even. This is not tornado type stuff, but you can get a really heavy downpour when these things happen. So there's a little weather 101 for you. There we go. Some of you will get absolutely nothing. Others will get just like a drenching downpour where you can't even see to drive if you're out. So keep that in mind this holiday weekend. All right, let's take a look at the model blender. We're getting rid of the 90s. I'm going with 88. We could hit 89 or 90 today. This is showing 92, but the bias with the models that are in here showing that as an average high, it may be leaning a little too hot. So I'm going with upper 80s to around 90 today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, as we're seeing already. Then we see 80s, and then we see 70s. Can I hear an amen or maybe some applause? The audience is with us this morning. I like it. Tomorrow's the first day of September. Fall begins in 21 days or so. So we're on our way. There's still going to be 80s and, there still could be a 90 that shows up. But I think after today, if we even do hit 90, it'll be the end of it. It's going to be the end of it for the season. And here we go. Fall-like weather returning next week. And there's your Monday. They're showing 86. I'm going with 84, but it will be less humid. Those upper 60 to low 70 degree dew points will be gone. We'll be more into the upper 50s to low 60s with dew points, and that alone is going to make us feel better. When you go outside, it'll feel refreshed. It's going to be really, really nice. So we just got to hang on a little bit longer until that cold front passes through, which it's not going to come through, and it's going to come in today and just kind of linger tonight and into tomorrow. Then it will start to push out of the areas we get into Sunday afternoon and evening, and then we'll start to really feel the benefits of that front coming through. Let me show you. Here's the way everything's going to look in the next few days. We've got, here's a trough, here's the front, and notice it becomes stationary. That's where it slows down. Low pressure system, going to ride like a train, and these are the train tracks right here. So that low is going to track right along that boundary. We're going to get, and even though it doesn't show us painted in here this morning with showers, we're going to get showers really any place, anytime. And as you can see, we've got that. This is the disturbance coming through right now that has popped that little storm north of Bowling Green, and will start to pop more now that the sun is up. We get the sun energy, and that will create more storms. But then here comes another ripple in that boundary, low pressure system, and now we're acting like a sponge. We're going to soak up all that moisture that's coming in by this afternoon and this evening. Look, it doesn't move much at all. I mean, it slows down, really slows down. That's a good thing for us. Now, I know it's a holiday weekend. I hope it doesn't ruin plans, but gosh, we need the rain. When we're going about not quite 3 inches off pace, but we're about 2.5 inches off pace from where we need to be on rainfall. So this is a good thing. It's just bad timing that it's a holiday weekend. But just plan around it. Like I said, it's not going to continuously rain, but you need to be aware that it will rain just about any place, anytime. Here's early tomorrow morning after midnight. Here is 7 a.m. around this time tomorrow. Here comes the cold front. It finally has some momentum. But wait, there's more. There's a second cold front back up here north of Kansas City. We'll watch that come in. That is actually going to sweep on through pretty quickly, push all the rain out of the way, and it's going to usher in by Sunday afternoon and evening much better weather. It's going to be, where we get that less humid air. Let me back up one here. This is Monday. This is Labor Day. Look at that. nothing but high pressure and less humid air. See, your Labor Day holiday itself is going to be fantastic. And it's going to feel good. Feel much better than it does now. Not as humid. Now we go to Tuesday. A little more instability starts to work back in from the south this time. We get overrunning moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Scattered showers and thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. So we're going to get more rain. If you're worried about we're not getting enough rain, we are going to catch up on where we need to be on rainfall. We just got to give it a little more time. Let me check that Plano cam. Yeah, that's still looking healthy. It's not severe, but it's putting down some rain to those of you that are just north of Bowling Green. Like you head up 185 going into Edmonson County, Grayson County. Yeah, it's a pretty decent little fella right there. Okay. Let's see. In the chat box this morning, we've got Sheila, Brenda, Kathy, Howard, Brenda. Oh, Watermelon Festival down in T-ville, Monroe County this morning. I've done the watermelon race around the courthouse, the greasy watermelon race around the courthouse. I've done that one time before. It was years ago. Yes, I dropped mine, but that's fun. Watermelon Festival. Listen, it is huge. You need something to do today, go to T-ville, Tompkinsville. Watermelon Festival. Fun. Bunch of booths set up, people around the courthouse playing bluegrass music and stuff like, ooh, so good. And the eats, the food. Oh my goodness. Thank you for reminding us, Brenda. Lisa, Loretta and Terry, Gail. Let's see. Barbara, Stephanie, Gail, Jerry, Joyce, Norman, Kathy, Stephanie, RJ, Carol, Vicky, Sandra, and Steve. Thank you all for tuning in this morning, and everybody else. So download that app right there, and you'll have it with you, the News40 WNKY Weather App. That way you can, all this holiday weekend, even though we may not be on continuously with the news and the weather, we do have newscasts this weekend, but if you need to know the weather instantly and where you are, and to get alerts and to see a radar, that's what you need right there. Have a great and safe Labor Day weekend. Thank you for watching, and God bless.